We talked about the Dolphins beating the Patriots.
No, we didn't. We did. I didn't. I don't remember that one.
So, we talked about Daniel Jones leaving New York.
That's definitely a plus. No one cares about that at all.
And we talked about that phenomenal football game in Cleveland on Thursday night. That was a great, great game.
Go Browns, man. Go Browns.
And so from there, this week, it's mainly about a lot of, there's not a lot of massive games this week. You got a pretty big one in San Francisco at Green Bay.
Yeah.
San Francisco's starting to play for their life. They're losing games that people aren't expecting. And I heard, and I'm not 100% sure, I'm pretty sure Brock Purdy out for a couple games.
If Brock Purdy is out, if that is true, then I don't really see them doing too much more than what they've been doing. They're a good team, especially on paper, but as we all know, injuries, they do determine things. They can be deciding factors. Especially this late into the season, it's tough. It's tough trying to make a push when you got some of your best players on the bench. So.
Big rivalry game this week. You have maybe what some would consider the biggest rivalry in NFL in Dallas at Washington.
I want this game. I like this
one. But Washington, I don't see how Dallas doesn't get their ass handed to them.
Yeah, I think that the Commanders definitely are going to take it to them. They have the weapons. They have their starting quarterback in. To me, they don't really have to even play Daniels and get this win. They could literally just rest Daniels this week and get this done.
Well, that would be the key. Maybe try to get up real big so that way you can rest them the fourth quarter or whatever.
Absolutely. Sit them down fourth quarter. You don't need them.
No, but they got to come out and play. That's the problem, though, man. In the NFL, you just never know. Pittsburgh didn't realize they were going to get shellacked by their rival out there in Cleveland. Cleveland was 2-8. They were 8-2. Oh, this would be an easy game, and you slept. You moved. You're still living on that big win you got against Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and then you got knocked around. So and Pickens going to blame the weather and the refs. You can tell that's a young receiver.
Yeah.
Comment mentality right there. Pickens, phenomenal player, great wide receiver out there in Pittsburgh, but there was one or two calls that probably could have been questionable. You played a whole game. One or two calls don't change the game.
It shouldn't change the game.
So if you don't want a referee to make a decision, win before he can.
Don't be in those positions.
Don't be in those positions. Make the plays.
That's what she said.
Don't be in that position. I never had her say that before.
Whoa.
Y'all learn more about that later. You got the Detroit's playing Indianapolis. Indianapolis has gotten better this season, but
that's a dub for Detroit.
That's Detroit. Detroit. I'm trying to think of who Detroit would play right now. Who I wouldn't say that's a dub for Detroit.
Maybe. The Patriots. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
You better be glad we're not on the schedule this year, baby.
So,
one of one.
Maybe in 3 to 5 years. You got the. I love my Dolphins. And they can score a lot of points, but I don't know if they'd be able to beat Detroit. Minnesota playing Chicago.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a good game right there. It's in Chicago, in Soldier Field. I wonder I'd love to know what the weather's like up there right now. If it's cold.
Cold, of course. Probably, most likely.
You never know in Chicago. It could be driving snow or it could be 60 degrees and sunny. But, that's I know if it snowed in Cleveland, it's currently 41 degrees there. They would consider that a balmy day in Chicago.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go Minnesota. I think they got them.
I think Minnesota probably the better team. It is tough to win Soldier Field, but we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Like you said,
we got the damn Buccaneers and the Giants. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that this Buccaneer fans, please don't worry. You guys have nothing to worry about. This is a scrimmage. You guys should be able to take care of business in the first 2 quarters. But you never know. Maybe some teams, when they drop off dead weight, they become a better team. So, but I don't think the Bucs have any type of problem today getting this done.
No, I would think not. I would think Tampa Bay would go in there and score a ton of points and just destroy them. But like you said, to me, they got rid of the problem in New York. So maybe they become better now. Maybe they surprise the world this week. You have Kansas City is at Carolina.
Come on now, This is another scrimmage. This is one of those warm-up type games. This is just these type of games are fun because you can start to try like plays that you've been working on all season, and you just want to see if they can work. So you're going to use it on teams like today just to try to feel it out. But again, Mahomes should only play 2 to 3 quarters. If that, this should be easy.
Should be a simple game for them, but we'll see. Arizona playing at Seattle. I kind of missed that one, but that should be a good game. And I think it's for the division lead. Arizona could actually open up probably a 2-game lead in the division with a victory there.
I think Seattle's got them. They've been playing good football. You can't count them out. Got Metcalf. He's always a problem. He can always have breakthrough games. So yeah, I'm going with Seattle in this case here. But you never know. I've been wrong, and I'll continue to be wrong on my picks. If you guys remember last week, and you're following us last week, I pretty much was wrong on every pick that I had. I even picked my team to win, and you saw what that happened.
So well, I picked. I did pretty good. There was one I picked the Bears to win in an upset, and they had the game till the very end, and they lost. I think that was the only one I missed from last week. But that one I still can't believe the Bears lost that game. But Arizona in this game has been hot, but in Seattle, I think the only place tougher to play than Seattle is Kansas City, in Arrowhead. I think Seattle. I'm with you. I think Seattle's going to win this game. 12th man. It's tough. It's tough to win in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
If it was in Arizona, I would definitely take Arizona. But being that it's in Seattle, I'm definitely going to go with Seattle. It's tonight's game.
Oh, you got the Eagles and the Rams.
Yeah.
And this is a tough game because you don't know what type of Rams team you're going to get. The Rams could easily beat them, But then again, Philly. I think the fans have them pressured too. Philly fans are really, really harsh on their team. In general, they look at Hurts as being the guy that should be taking them to the promised land every year.
Them Northeast fans, man. We were talking about New York and Boston, Philadelphia. Shout out to you. You're right there with us.
If not worse. They used to have a damn jail in there for y'all. Y'all didn't even know how to act at a
Y'all throw
game.
Snowballs at Santa Claus.
That's a damn shame. What does Santa do? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely didn't bring no wins, evidently.
You know what? And now that we're thinking about that, we're gonna go Rams just for that because you guys are pathetic. And it's in the Rams' home too. We're gonna go Rams.
Listen, I think the Rams have more to play for. Once again,
Absolutely.
that whole division is within a game or two of each other. Anyone in that division could win the game.
Yeah.
Win the division. So I think the Rams have more to play for. I think Philadelphia's got a 1 or 2 game lead on Washington right now, and they beat them, I think, last week. So
they did.
I'm gonna go with the Rams too. We're gonna go with the Rams.
I'm saying the Rams got y'all today. I'm sorry, Philly fans. I ain't got nothing but love for you, but yeah, man. I think the Rams got y'all's number today.
And don't throw a snowball at me. I will bring out my son, and you'll go home with a black eye.
Yeah.
Not to punch you. He will throw a snowball at you, and it will not be a fun case. I promise.
Those fans are terrible.
Man, they threw snowballs at Santa Claus.
That's great.
Santa. Man, I don't get it. Monday night matchup. Baltimore.
And the Chargers.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm going to say this about this team, about Baltimore currently. You guys got to. These are the games that you got to come in and take care of business. Not to say that the Chargers are a bad team, but you're a better team. So go ahead and take care of business. I personally, like I said in episode 1, I want to see Lamar make it to the promised land. I'd love to see him play for an opportunity for a championship. I think that will get a lot of the naysayers off of his back. I like him as a quarterback. I think they have a good team. They got Derrick Henry right there, too. They got a couple playmakers on offense. The defense is going to do what it does. So this is a game where you can go ahead and solidify why they call you a good team.
And to me, I keep hearing all year long about Baltimore being the best team in the AFC, Baltimore being the best team in the NFL, but they keep losing. They got 4 losses, and Pittsburgh did you a favor on Thursday night. You have a chance to stay within 1 game now. You were 2 games down in the loss column. Now, if you win, you're within 1 game.
And this is a game.
They keep losing games that they shouldn't lose. So, and I don't know what it is. Their defense isn't what it used to be. Their defense was always their pride and joy. Even when Ray Lewis left, they were still really good for a couple of years. But this year, they've allowed a lot of points to a lot of teams. And I think a lot of people have slept on the Chargers. That is Jim Harbaugh out there.
Right.
He went to Stanford, turned them into a powerhouse. Then he went to San Francisco, made them really good. Went to the Super Bowl with Kaepernick and Alex Smith. Mm-hmm. And then he went up to Michigan, won a national championship. Now he's back in the NFL and took a team that has not been able to even hardly get to the playoffs, let alone win a playoff game with Justin Herbert, who was supposed to be a huge talented quarterback, and they're 7-3.
Yeah.
They actually got a better record than Baltimore right now. And it's in LA. I'm taking the Chargers. I think Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert, he's got nothing but better, and I think Justin Herbert is going to get nothing but better with the quarterback whisperer. There's certain coaches that have that ability.
Yeah.
Andy Reid.
Right.
Is
Shout
probably
out to Andy.
Andy's probably the biggest one of all of them. Jim Harbaugh is right up there with him. There's just certain guys that turn quarterbacks into absolute monsters. So I'm going to take the Chargers. I think it'll be close. I'm going to go 31-28 Chargers.
I'm gonna say they're gonna let Derrick Henry just run wild. I think he's gonna have a really big game because they know what's at stake this weekend. So yeah, a little opposition. I'm gonna go Baltimore. Shout out Andy Reid too for signing that extension. I thought maybe he would just try to hang it up, but he's gonna stay for a little longer, and I think that's good for that organization because again, a lot of players respect and love to play for Andy.
He's just one of those guys that I think he's been underrated as a coach until he got to Kansas City. I mean, he went to 4 or 5 NFC Championship games with Philadelphia as Donovan McNabb at quarterback.
Right.
They went to 1 Super Bowl. He didn't win it.
Go Patriots.
Yeah, and that's why they didn't win it. And then they went down. Then he's gone down to Kansas City. He's been to 4 Super Bowls in Kansas City. He's won 3 of them.
Right.
They've went to 5 AFC Championship games. I think he's been to 10 championship games now.
And that's big. That's crazy.
And he's won 3 Super Bowls, been to 5 of them. He's got it. If you don't list him in your top 5 coaches in the history of the NFL, you don't watch the NFL.
Yeah.
I like I said, I hate on Brandon's Patriots all the time. Bill Belichick is if he's not your 1, he's got to be your 2. If he's not your 1 or 2, you're not watching football.
Yeah.
So, you can sit there and say, oh, he needed Brady. Well, Brady might have needed him. Brady went down there. He played for another really good coach in Tampa Bay and had a bunch of really good wide receivers around him. Bill Belichick has always been a defensive guru, and they won those first 3 Super Bowls with Tom Brady not throwing a lot.
Nope.
That was off of defense that was created by Bill Belichick. So, that's my thought on it. Obviously, as a Dolphins guy, I'm a big Don Shula supporter when it comes into, one of the best coaches of all time. But, those are your names. You got Vince Lombardi. You got your, Don Shula's, Andy Reid's, Bill Belichick's, and Landry out there in Dallas, I guess.
Right.
Shout out
yeah,
to
you got
him.
to say that.
So, Chuck Noll, I'm sure in Pittsburgh, should probably get a shutout. He won 4 Super Bowls. But those are your guys. Those are your Mount Rushmores. Your 5 or 6 guys. I know Mount Rushmore only has 4, but that's your 5 or 6 guys that I give a shout out to. Whoever your NFL team is this week, good luck to them.
Good luck, guys.
So I hope they have fun. I'm glad that you came out and watched us today.
Absolutely, we had a great time. Great time making this episode. Again, guys, it's only going to get better. You guys, we appreciate you guys so much for just watching us, tuning in, giving us love, all positive feedback. We love it. We hope you guys continue to watch us. We hope you guys continue to enjoy what we're bringing. We definitely want to be here every Sunday for football and all the other great things in sports that's happening. We just, again, love talking about sports.
And, like I said, we're going to fill in with some other stuff here and there now and then, just things going on in life and, talking about different time periods, things like that. But we're also working on some other things. Be looking out for some other things popping up on our channel here
Yes,
soon.
sir.
Not just the, podcast or the, cast here where we do this for 45 minutes to an hour at a time. We're going to start throwing you some other things here soon. Be looking for those. We'll let you know when those hit. Other than that, I appreciate all of you for listening.
Absolutely, y'all. You guys have a great week coming up. I hope it's productive. Be safe. Show love. Hug somebody.
Yes, thank you, and appreciate it. Have a good one, and we'll see you again here very soon.
Woo! Go Pats.
Go Dolphins.
1 of 1, baby.
Dolphins win.
Aye.